G'day guys and welcome, my name is Michael and I am the Dead Aussie Gamer and welcome to Curse of Strahd, our D&D 5th edition adventure with all of these wonderful people who are of course lovely players within game that I am now running because I am very happy to introduce you to these Patreons who support my channel and make sure that I can keep lights on and keep playing these games. Guys, it is so good to see so many of you wonderful and amazing people here. I see Crimson Rockstar, Newbie Goddess, and a whole bunch of people who are new and old. Welcome in, welcome in. Don't worry, I will give you all plenty of time to say hello properly in chat, because as you know, I'm all over chat because we love things. As some of you will notice, there is a new face among our crew, but we will save character introductions for this new character for during the course of the game. Now guys, before we kick off, I would like to give a very, very special thank you and shout out to Play Nerd Allies, who are a friend of the channel, who of course are in chat and of course playing. Allow me to introduce you guys to Kyle from Play Nerds Allies, who is coming and joining us in our epic adventures through the scope of this horror adventure. Good evening, Kyle. How you doing?
I am super fabulous. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
I can't wait. I've never done Curse of Strahd before, so yay!
Oh man, well, you are definitely in for a very unique journey, because I'm fairly sure that no one's played this version of Curse of Strahd before. So, guys, as always, we are going to do a very, very quick round to introduce ourselves and the characters that we are playing. So let us start, of course, with yourself, Kyle. Tell us about who you are, but leave a secret as to who you're playing for now.
Okay, I sure will. So I'm Kyle. I run Play Nerd Allies. We're also on Twitch, and we are a homebrew world that we are creating. And our sort of tagline is creating connection after a year of isolation. The whole point is that this is a phenomenal game that allows people to actually create connection that is weirdly a little more real than a lot of connections that you actually create outside of these games, and that it is a phenomenal tool for not only bringing people together, but for bringing entire communities together. And we want to support all that. Also, we're an LGBTQ stream. So, yay!
Fantastic. And as you guys know, we are a very, very welcoming community. We welcome all people, races, creeds, denominations, orientations, and the like, because ultimately we all pretend to be people that we're not, and that's what D&D is. So it makes no absolute sense to have any of those hang-ups. Like, literally no sense. All right, next up we have, of course, our delightful friend from the Immersion Diversion universe, the master behind Michael's white hairs suddenly sprouting out all over his head, the delightful, the wonderful, and the incredible Neil! Hi, Neil!
Hi!
Neil!
Hi, Michael! Hi, everyone!
Tell us about yourself, and of course, the wonderful character you are currently playing.
Yes, I'm Neil, over from Immersion Diversion. I play video games and also tabletops and stuff like that. I play Magog, the Goliath wizard, and currently he is just taking a dirt nap on a barrel, bunch of broken barrels. So, yeah, that's where we got left off with him. He's just in so much pain right now.
all the pain, excruciations we call them. Actually, fun fact, that was actually what paladins called some of their rituals were called excruciations. Just like, you're in some games you're my excruciation. But I love you. I love you. All right. Next up, of course, we have from fellow Australian coming in from, of course, over east. We have the delightful Charles from Iron Ghost Gaming playing the role of Argento. Good evening, Charles.
Good evening. How's it going, Michael?
It is going absolutely splendidly. Real quick, before we get into Argento, guys, we have just been raided by Plague. Or Plifogui. I mean, depends. Do you prefer Plague or Plifogui? Please let me know. I would love this. Plifogui.
Plifogui.
It sounds... No, see, it sounds...
I feel like that's the name of a flump.
No, it sounds like a really fancy Italian restaurant, right? Like, I would eat at Plufagui. Yeah, like Go there on the weekends. Fantastic.
Yeah, they're
I'm
good-
teasing.
good
I'm teasing.
pieces.
Welcome in, guys. Welcome in,
That kills
Playgrades.
them.
Guys, you guys are amazing. That one always comes up. Well, welcome in, guys. Take a seat. We're just doing character introductions at the moment. So we've got Vagog, our Chronomancer Goliath, and now we're just about to hear about Argento. I'm sorry, Charles. Take it away. Tell us who Argento is.
Well, as I say from week to week, Argento's a bit of a patchwork of a character. He goes from being friendly to trying to kill dolls to babies to eating everything in his path. Barrels, doesn't matter what it is. It's in his way. He's got to fight it. So he's a bit of a loose cannon that way. But yes, a bit of a thinks he's noble, thinks he's doing the right thing, but often it's just, I just want to kill things. I just want to smash things.
So basically an honest paladin, right? Like, I mean, let's be fair.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm a paladin, but it's like...
Rank 11 paladin.
Yeah.
Have
I told you about justice yet?
Yeah.
No.
Let me show you.
Excellent. All right. On the slightly more
Door-to-door
whimsical
paladin.
note, we now turn our attention to the very whimsical character you can see at the bottom of your screen there, the delightful and amazing Tim with so far, and I'm gonna spark this challenge. So far, the most luscious beard on stream. We have, of course, Tim playing the role of the satyr bard Domiro. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Michael.
Hello. I'm going to pit you two against each other. So, yes, tell us about Domiro.
No.
Do it.
Death comes to all bards.
Fight for me.
Well, that's why all bards come prepared with a stack of character sheets.
Yes, that's
So
true.
just for more bards.
All right, Tim, tell us of Domiro and his journey.
Yes, Demiro is on a never-ending journey of sorts to seek out new life forms, and it's to experience all the wonders of the world as he can find them, and to look for new experiences, new companions. Hopefully, keep these ones around for a little while if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them trying harder than others to depart. And where he can bring a bit of entertainment and frivolity to everyone around him, or if he can't, then he'll either fight them to the death, if it must be that, or join them in their commiserations.
Oh, I mean, there was last week's episode where you almost romanced a green hag.
A little bit of all.
Yeah, it was a little bit of everything. Amazing, and a wonderful character for a setting like Barovia. Next up, of course, last but absolutely not least, we have the delightful McKinley playing the very esoteric, very spooky, very occultish, but very level-headed member of the group, Esther, the changeling cleric. Good evening, good morning, Mac. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I am fantastic. Tell us what brought Esther to Barovia. I think we haven't heard that story in a little bit.
Sorry?
What brought Esther into Barovia?
Well, first we ran into her sister, but that's not quite the reason, but that's just kind of what led into us being in a town where we kind of went to go meet some traveling folk called Vistani, because they were kind of like our what we said was that, oh yeah, we're gonna go help you with this issue guy who doesn't like the Vistani. We're like, no, we're good. We're not gonna bother the Vistani. We're good.
Yep, and yeah, pretty much from that point on, the group has been good friends with the Vistani, and Esther's even managed to, quote unquote, be given a heritage or a lineage from the old Vistani fortune teller. So that's been very exciting. It hasn't quite come up yet, but it is still on the cards. Fortune teller. Fine, never mind. I'll shut up. Speaking of cards, ladies and gentlemen, guys, if you have not hung out on my channel, right? First of all, welcome, right? Secondly, my channel, we do things a little bit differently here. I don't tell my audience to sit here and just watch us play. Instead, I invite you to step behind the GM screen with me and help me run this game. And the way you can do it is in a number of very, very cool and fun ways. The first way is with channel points. Using channel points, you can instigate a bunch of different events. You can force rerolls for the monsters, or you can gift rerolls to players. You can grant hero points and inspiration, and as we have from GM Workshop, you can also generate random plot twists. Now, random plot twists basically come from this wonderful deck that is available on, well, was available on Paizo. I don't think it's available anymore, but it is wonderful. But there's lots of little, like, story plot twist engines that you can use there if you want to use a similar idea. We draw 2 cards from this wonderful deck, and we present them to our donator, and then we add one of these plot twists to the game during the course of today. So we've got 2 for you here. Cheeky. We have Save the Day and Summon Recollection. So GM Workshop, you get to pick one of those 2 cards, and Play Nerds Allies, mysterious lurker, you can choose from Tipping Point or Plot Twist.
Well, I mean, it's called plot twist, so I have to do that.
All right. Plot twist. We love plot twist. Plot twists are always fun.
Is you enter the game dead.
Well, that's it. Plot twist. Strahd shows up.
What's the plot twist? It's a new character.
You swap characters. I play you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You're
I would like to also give a very warm welcome to Corsair's Cove. Thank you for the follow, dude. Guys, this is my good friend Josh the Pirate from over on Corsair's Cove. We love Josh. I will be playing with him next week, playing a pirate otter, which is going to be a lot of fun. So I can't wait, because it's for International Talk Like a Pirate Day, which is just going to be a ton of fun. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, guys. Now, look, as much as we love having these people here, and we love playing with them, and we love playing with you, there are ways that you can, and I think this is how I do it. Nope. Come on, baby. Yeah, there we go. All right. There are a number of ways that you guys can not only change very drastically the course of the game, but also help keep the channel running as well. These are through tip donations that you can donate to the stream. For $5, you can give a player a permanent hero point that they can use to either get advantage on a roll or petition the GM for just nonsense. For $10, you can grant a Wheel or Woe. Wheel or Woe suddenly transforms a scene from being in the party's favor with a wheel, or against the party's favor with a woe. So it's a very, very quick twist on that one. For $20, you can grant one of the players a natural 20, which they can use at any point in time to just get a nat 20. And for the grand epic prize of $50, you get to donate a custom magic item, or you can buff up a boss that the group is fighting, or on the secret menu, you can discuss with me the idea of implementing an NPC for the group. So there is a number of ways that you guys get to be GMs here, and we want to invite you to explore as much of this game as you like, because it's how we have fun as well. All right, well, without any further ado, I am armed with my plot twists. My players are armed with their dice. Let us now open the doors and pass through into the realms of Barovia. Now, our scene commences once again deep within the western woods of the lands known as Barovia, in the realms of dread, home to none other than Strahd von Varovich, a powerful and incredibly malicious entity who resides within this realm. All the people here are in fear for their lives at the very mention of the Count's name. Our journey continues from the Wizards of Wine, a winery that our heroes had caught a group of blight druids poisoning the wine with their tainted berries. After ensuring that the berries were up to taste testing standards, The group had finally decided to explore to see if perhaps one of the magical portents that they had received many years ago bore any truth. Deep beneath the floorboards of the winery, our dear Domiro had been lured away by a hag who had disguised themselves as a beautiful maiden, and after sharing a close personal moment, managed to throw off her charms and her dominions and managed to engage her in battle. Meanwhile, upstairs, Argento and Vagag had encountered the voodoo totem of the witch, an apple-headed doll that began to float and engage them with curses and hexes. Thankfully, however, Esther is familiar with this kind of voodoo magic and warned Argento against actions that would have otherwise caused him to... So, thankfully, they managed to avoid any major disasters, except one. An empty specter, one born from death, emerged from the shadows in search of one who was supposed to be dead, Vagag, who had previously died in the chapel of the Barovian village, was saved by the spirit of a kind-hearted fae. But he was supposed to die. So, death itself came for Vagag, and without him realizing it, it struck hard and viciously as Vagag plummeted from the second story of this building over a railing in which they loaded large barrels by a giant hook onto a wagon. And as Vagag fell, through the bottom of his chin, the hook was embedded, and he was lowered down, thankfully, to the quick actions of Esther before too much damage was dealt. With a new gaping hole at the bottom of his chin, Vagag somehow managed to survive his ordeal. And this is where we pick up our adventure. Back in the Wine and Wizardry Winery. Alright. Now, Demiro, standing alone in the small chamber beneath the actual winery itself, you see the large collection of dust gathered over a small wooden box with glowing motes that seem to hang in the air just above it. As you move to reach for it, you suddenly hear a loud collapsing sound, as if something heavy had just crashed into a pile of wood directly above you. For the audience, this sound was Vagag hitting the ground. Demiro, what is your reaction?
Is the box small enough to grab?
Yes, the box is about the size, like about half the size of a pizza box, if you can imagine that.
Okay. I will grab the box and beat a retreat upstairs. I'm not sure there's anything. I don't really want to search the hag. I don't think it would be appropriate. I'll just head up.
All right. Turning your back upon the remains, you climb the stairs back to the previous floor. All right. Here, which I'll move you there. Vagag, you lie on the ground, twisting in pain. Your sides sore after having landed rather roughly, thanks to the winch that had been lowered by Esther high above on the platform, just above where you are. Wind is blown out of your breath as you try to catch yourself and recompose. Esther, you can see Vagag's, kind of catching his breath down. He is still alive.
Okay. And Argento looks fine. Doesn't look like he got pricked. It doesn't look like he died whenever the totem was destroyed.
Correct. He definitely did not die. But Vagag, Argento, what are you doing as you stand over the corpse of the now crushed doll with the rotten apple head?
I'm just standing there pretty much in my traditional frothing, sort of angry, wanting to kill more things because I'm not satisfied. Just standing there, though, breathing heavy, like sort of not sure what to do, if I should go look for more things to kill or what.
Very well. That's what you see, Esther, as you turn your back to face Argento.
Then I'm just gonna kind of look down and say, Vigog, I'm on my way down. And I'm just gonna turn to Argento and just basically relay the same information as I basically rushed down.
I just nod.
Do you have the map, by the way?
Yes. Allow me to share the map with my players because that's kind of important.
Super fun.
I will head up to investigate the noise, and I guess I see Vigag on the floor.
Yes, you
Oh,
do.
from there. Didn't know. Yeah. You did.
Okay, I will head over and just kneel next to him.
Oh.
Vigag, are you sure you want to stick with us?
No, I was stuck with.
Okay, just checking. You seem rather keen on checking out, but I will give him a healing word.
Ooh, thanks.
All right.
Right.
As Demiro lays his hands upon you and whispers sweet words into your ears, your wounds begin to stitch, and you could feel like kind of almost like a film covering up the gaping hole in your lower jaw.
Oh, thank you.
What did you do?
Oh, so there was so we were being chased by a apple doll.
Okay. Would it be easier for you to tell me what you didn't do?
Yeah.
I didn't succeed in not falling.
Right. Okay.
I just kind of point to the winch and say that I've ended up falling on that, and it went through my, as you saw the gaping hole, it went through my chin, out my mouth, and Esther had lowered me to here. I was actually hanging for a little while.
That sounds rather painful.
Yeah, it was. But I managed to get it out, so without any more damage.
So as they're talking, I walk out of the hallway and out the door, and I lean over the rail and I look down at Bagog and be like, "Hey, Bagog, how's it hanging?"
Ah,
Ah. That was a magnificent
good
tumble,
time.
I must say.
Thanks.
You're getting very good at
Oh,
these,
my best.
Bagog.
Very.
Not now, Murray.
No, very.
The
Okay,
battle must have
so-
gone well for you,
so-
Argento.
So as you pull out Murray goes, "Now listen, that's not funny. As far as I'm concerned, Argento, you should just drop it."
Oh my god.
Yes, Murray. We agree on something.
You know, Murray does have a rather convenient hole in the bottom of him, and there is a hook here. We could just winch him up. And
Yes.
Yes, but you see, we're all on a quest to stop Strahd, and I can't just be hanging about.
No, that's stealing right there.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead and go back in the bag. Farewell. As he goes back. Well, I mean, unless
that does mean, Murray, that you will always be quitting, as you are indeed ahead.
yes.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Mhm.
I've actually got no comeback for that. That was a good one.
I'm on my way away.
All right. All right. You begin to head your way downstairs. Now, Argento and Esther, as you're making your way down, following the long flight of stairs directly to the south of you, a heavy rain begins to pour from outside. The sound of thunder once again reaches over the top of the trees, and the clouds seem to choke out any light from hitting. It's very difficult to tell what time of day it is, if day exists at all. Now, having experienced the Barovian landscape for many, many moons now, not once have you ever come across the day of Barovia. Now, as the rain pours down on you, a figure can be seen walking towards the winery. Vagag and Argento, you both are the only ones to see it for now. It's strange. The large looming figure carries itself with a heaviness. You see its footsteps sink into the soil, and its tail? No. Wings seem to scratch at the darkness behind his cloak. What do you do?
Quick, hide.
Vagag and Argento, if I can see it.
Yes, only they can at the moment.
Oh, okay. Argento, do you see that?
Indeed, I do, and I pull out my axes.
No. We don't know what it is yet. We should just
That's exactly
hide.
right. We don't know exactly what this is. I've been attacked by an apple dumpling gang member a minute ago. I don't know what's going on here, but this could be a murderer for all I know. I'm ready. Let's see what it is.
What is it exactly that you guys are jumping out of your skins about?
I pointed out there's like a figure, a shadowy figure walking towards us.
Oh. Well, hello, shadowy figure.
I run behind them because I'm like, I'm not ready to get into any new encounters.
All right. As you hear the sound bouncing from the winery, the figure stops very suddenly. Kyle, I would like to invite you to describe your character, please.
Okay, I do have a few questions first.
Oh, absolutely.
One, is there still a troll body?
Yes, the
Laying
troll
there?
body, from your approach, the troll body is around the corner, so you can't see where it is. But there is definitely a strong stench of troll blood, which, having been someone who's experienced that particular aroma, it is indistinguishable. It is worse than the rottenest, awful, viscera you've ever smelt.
Okay.
Second, and I did forget to mention this earlier on, thank you, a very, very special and warm thank you to Tasfrael for donating a hero point to our new character, which is now applied. So, enjoy it. Enjoy it. You'll need it. No, carry on.
Immediately uses it against Argento.
Yes.
I would like to murder the entire party.
Very well. You arrive with several boxes. Within the boxes are several crows. Well done. All right. So,
as he is approaching through this now light drizzle, with the thunder in the background, you see someone about 6'5", covered in a large cloak, with sort of mounds throughout the cloak that look either like very misshapen humps or potentially weaponry. As he hears voices, he suddenly stops, and you see something flicker underneath his robe, and in the lightning light, you see a weird iridescence that reminds you of the sort of toxic colors that you would see in a swamp. Bright yellow, weird purple, toxic green, just a flash of them, and then it goes right back behind his cloak. And you hear him very loudly and ostentatiously go, "Gog Magog? Is that you? Are you dead again?"
To you too.
Oh. What do we have here? Hello. My. Did you take down a troll all by yourselves? Why don't you come out where I can see you?
Well, the troll kind of finished himself off, you see. It was rather strange.
And he will pull out an arm of a troll and say, I got him too about a month back. And throw it down on the ground in front of them.
Do we recognize the arm from the one that we cut off?
The troll arm splats onto the ground. It's definitely quite desiccated, but now that it's in the rain, you see it slowly beginning to swell. The arm itself was kind of indistinguishable, but nonetheless, you do remember one very distinct thing. A stab wound in the palm from the guard who had first attacked Garglegort, one of the guardsmen that Vigag's student had recruited, had plunged his short sword into the fist as it was coming down, and this arm bears the wound still very, very clearly in front of you. Also, I would like to take a quick moment to go, Noria! Thank you so much for 10
amazing
10 gifted subs. You, my lady, are a wonderful human being, and you know what? I'll tell you what, Noria, you and Ire and stuff like that. You guys have been so generous. I'm making now a personal note. I will be in contact with you guys, and I'm gonna run you a one shot at some point or another. This is happening. I'm writing it down on my notes among my schedule because you guys are incredible. So thank you so much, and to everyone who is now the proud owner of a new DAG headstone, please enjoy them, as over time you will eventually break loose from your graves and join the ranks of the Dead Aussie Crypt. Enjoy all of those emotes, and do not forget to unleash the horde in every stream you find yourself in. Alright, so yeah, thank you, Ire, for the 1,000 bits as well. This is awesome. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. All right, I apologize. I shouldn't be interrupting. This is your big debut. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this ball going.
You mentioned that the arm is starting to swell. Does it look like it's regenerating? Or...
No. There's
It just makes
it's kind of got this kind of grayness to it. You know, like kind of a like a Garglegort is quite a green individual.
There's I just sort of toss it down, and I'm just standing there waiting for somebody to come and introduce themselves. Like,
I'll go and have a look at the arm.
Hello,
And,
what's your name?
Yes, this does seem to be from the same troll. I'll just put this with the rest of him over here. And I'm Demiro Soundhoof, and this is my companions Vigag, Argento, and Esther. And what brings you to this fine winery on this evening? Not that we can actually offer you any wine, unfortunately.
No, I mean, I see barrels of it.
Well, I mean, you are of course welcome to it, but
it's all
for us it's not particularly palatable. Although Vigag seems quite attached to it. He can't stop himself quite.
No.
It seems to me that perhaps you might answer a question or two for me, if you don't mind.
Oh, well, I'm sure I can, depending on the question, of course.
You see, I'm in search of a group of
You found a group?
That's true, I have. Now let's see if perhaps you can send me to the group that I'm actually looking for, as I'm sure that you are all simply delightful, but I do have some things to get done. First off, they are a group of paladins that have something to do with some sort of silver dragon.
Well, we have a singular group of paladins in Argento.
Oh, really? And who do you serve?
Well, it's a bit difficult to talk about. It's a weird, convoluted story, but I must say there is a silver dragon from these parts that I know of. And I know of the paladins you are speaking of. In fact, we just met one not long ago. He was here. But
Although he did seem to indicate there wasn't exactly a group of them anymore, didn't he?
he did. He spoke of being very few left in this land, but there are some.
Oh. You wouldn't by any chance know where to find them, would you?
Well, we know where one is, maybe. If he's still there. I don't know why I laughed. I find humor in that.
funny joke, inside joke. It's delightful. I'm sure I'll get it later.
Yeah.
There's now-
Well, he's in Strahd's castle. That's why it's a bit funny for me. Yeah, we kind of left him there, but we didn't realize at the time. Anyway, it's a long story. I'm not good at stories, but
Well, I mean,
This-
you pretty much told it, Argento. That's really the end of the story as well.
oh, is that it? Is that how you tell a story? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe I am good at telling stories. I don't.
I'm sorry. Did you say he's in Strahd's castle?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, he might be waiting for us, but we can't really be sure anymore. It's been some time.
I'm sorry. Really, the only way you could know that is if you had been to Strahd's castle. Yes.
Well, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Did you?
Like you said, it's a long
How
story.
did you leave Strahd's castle? I've heard of people going to Strahd's castle. I've never heard of anybody exiting Strahd's castle.
We didn't actually know that we were leaving Strahd's castle until we were already gone.
There was a magical fire, and it was a one-way trip out to the monastery out to the west or east, I think it was.
Over that way.
Well, it
Yes.
seems to me that perhaps you are insanely lucky that there must be someone looking over you
I mean,
in
we
order
out-
for you to get out.
I mean,
Well,
we did
there's-
outrun a dragon too, so maybe you're right.
There's always people looking at us.
So
Yes. Yes, there is.
How would you feel about escorting me to meet these paladins?
Well, I mean, we could hardly escort someone that we don't know.
although we'd be
certainly,
finding new
certainly.
people to join anyway. So
My name is Ipsilus. I'm,
Oh.
as you can see, and you see the flutter of wings underneath again.
Ooh.
I'm not from around here.
Ooh,
I- You see his face sort of like consciously shift as he sort of looks at you and analyzes you. Just suddenly he's much more open, and it's just, it would be ever so kind of you to help this stranger in need.
Well, welcome aboard, Ipsilus. We're heading back that way anyway, so I'm sure if we cross paths with Sir Tam again, then we will be sure to introduce you.
Oh, well, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Hmm.
Oh,
Or Sir Lachlan. There's a Sir Lachlan as well. He's
Yes, so
apparently.
it's more of a he'll find us, I think.
Yes. He did say he would be at Argentvost Holt, so maybe
yeah,
maybe
I
that's
think
where
he
we
said
can
he
go.
was.
I don't know.
No, didn't he say he was going to go get Sir Tim, Sir Lancelin? He was going to go try and help him out.
Maybe he
dear.
did.
So we said
We did
kinda
tell him it
sent
was a bit
to Strahd's
foolish to
castle.
go alone.
We
Hmm.
kind of told him he was at Strahd's castle, and then he's like, "I'm off to go help my master." Did he call him teacher?
And Ipsilus just sort of giggles a little under its fin. It's like, well, you are just so helpful to everyone that
Yes.
you meet.
Esther the whole time looks like at certain point she looks like she's about to say something, but then everyone else is talking, and then she actually like pulls back because she's not like staring you down. She's just looking at everyone, kind of analyzing how they're approaching this, and not in a scared way. Very much smiling, very much just figuring out what's going on.
Oh, sure. He definitely notices that you are sort of sitting back, and that everybody else has sort of been jovial and very welcoming, and so he turns his attention to you and is what is your name, dear?
Esther holds out her hand, shake yours, and says, Esther Sylvain.
He holds out his hand and he's like, well, it's wonderful to meet you, my darling. There's tell me, you seem to be watching everything that's happening. What do you see?
I see a few things. Everyone seems. Yeah, go first.
I'm just so interested.
Well, I am curious about one thing. What do you need with these paladins? You don't seem to know much about them. You don't know what the dragon's name is. You don't know who they are. Just curious.
I know that they do good. I know that they help those in need, and I am someone in need.
That they do. They shot an arrow through the window back. There was an amazing shot. It came right through like around a door and like did a hook like a dog.
And that druid, yeah, I mean that druid did need to die. They certainly helped out.
Yeah, well,
yes.
Sometimes people need to die. It's true.
Yes. Especially here. There's a lot of people here that,
well,
you know.
If there's nothing more.
I mean, I can't help but notice that you seem to have rather unique mode of transportation. How is it that you came to be stuck here needing help?
I am so sorry. My sound just went funky.
Looks like your video paused as well.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is. Oh no.
No, maybe not.
You're all right. Oop.
I think we lost him.
Go
He
down.
just does. Ipsilus just does this one time.
He's gone.
He just disappears.
There he is.
I want nothing to do with this. I'm leaving.
Far too much effort when it's worth.
Briefly swap places
so
there. For a
sorry
moment,
about
I was about
that.
to go and drink some poison.
My time magic keeps going off abruptly. And I
So,
just pay him and I just keep freezing him in time.
So a super quick recap. Demiro had just asked Ipselius that he had a very unique mode of transportation. If that is the case, obviously, then why are you traveling, obviously, in the fashion you are?
And he looks around and he's like, what are you talking about?
Well, I mean, unless they are more for show than function, can't you fly?
Sadly, no. These are in fact more for show than function. And he sort of looks around. And what does the environment look like?
Looking around, the winery itself is a 2-story wooden building built on the foundations of relatively fertile and loamy soil. It is on the top of a very small sloping hill that leads down into a valley towards the south and east, which have a rolling and almost endless series of vines that are grown and raised for the vineyard itself. To the north, a pathway leads into a dark forest, its wood black like coal, and the canopy stretching so thickly that even the shadows themselves seem to be lost beneath the canopy.
So he sort of picks his background as the dark forest, And first, he pulls his cloak off, and you see the wings in full sight, and they are gorgeous. Just, as I said before, iridescent, sort of glimmering in a lot of different ways, but they also catch the light in very specific ways, depending on how he shifts them. And so he turns his back to you and raises both of the wings up, and suddenly it looks as though there is a hydra looking down on you from above his head.
Ah!
He flicks them a few times,
Now,
spins back around.
I apologize for interrupting, but as you say this, I would like
Actual
for
Hydra is there.
I would like for Demiro, Esther, Argento, and Vigag to all roll me perception checks.
Oh. 8.
Oh dear.
25,
Oh,
very
dear.
nice.
5. Yes.
Kill it, Argento.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
I love it. All right. Okay, so Demiro and Esther, you take notice as this very, very beautiful looking, display happens right before your very eyes. Now, you guys are just slightly out of, just slightly outside of the actual winery itself. Let me just get everyone on team to this particular location, where you are hearing the story of our dear Ipselius as crawling, or should I say more slithering, now that the rain is continuing and the water levels have basically turned the soil around you into mud. You wouldn't notice it had it not been for its great girth, but this almost serpentine wiggling as a creature stalking its prey seems to move up behind Ipselius. As this happens, it rises in tandem with the terrifying visage of the Hydra that appears, and sure enough, it is a Hydra. At first, both Vigag and Argento, you believe that it's just all spells and displays. Oh, very pretty. This is amazing. The Hydra, it looks so real. Well, could I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Oh my god.
What?
Ladies
You're
and
a
gentlemen,
monster.
I would like to thank,
You're
of
a
course,
monster.
our very first first card. We have
What's
played
happening?
Plot Twist!
What is
What
the
a
plot
twist!
Instant death.
Yeah, Plot Twist, instant death. Yeah, what level are you guys? You guys are not level 5,
It
right?
feels like it's 7, but
Oh
All right.
my god.
Hydra battle.
Okay, I am new, so you might need to remind me about a few things.
Okay,
I just
that's okay.
rolled
So
on
no one
the
needs
thing.
so no one needs to roll initiative. We just say roll initiative because it's habit.
Oh, okay.
But I in fact roll push this and it rolls for everyone. Now anyone who would like to, which I think is Demiro and Argento, those people who have that ability to roll initiative twice may do so now. You may roll initiative as well. Because right now, Argento, your initiative is 2.
You'll probably roll another 2 though. I don't think we've ever rolled better with our second rolls.
I don't think you ever
No,
have
I
yet.
never have.
There
You
we
do
go.
All right.
Actually, a 1 now.
Tradition alive.
wow.
Okay. So this is technically a surprise round. So unfortunately, Vigag and Argento, you will not be able to.
We got a
act.
group inspiration.
We got a group inspiration. Very nice. I like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ira Janasi has donated a group inspiration. What this basically means is, for the course of today's session, you may use an inspiration at your will, but it will not carry to next week. So use them quickly, use them unforgivingly, and let's see this happen. So, as this Hydra raises its head to attack, now because this is a surprise round, everyone will only get either a move action or a standard to do something. The Hydra will roar.
Oh god.
No.
Oh god.
All right, Demiro.
Sorry,
Sorry,
am I facing the Hydra since I turned my back to to jump my wings up?
Oh, you are not facing the Hydra at all.
Okay, all right.
So Demiro, you're up first.
I can see why you need help. Can I use my inspiration to recast a spell in a slot that I've got none left in?
Yes.
So I want to cast a mass healing word. Because
very well.
we're all about to die already.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Absolutely. It is done. So it is said. So it shall be. You may cast your mass healing word as you begin to sing the glorious praises of a Hydra. You remember a limerick. It's a dirty limerick involving chopping some appendage off a unsuspecting lover who had cheated on his spouse, but thankfully he was bitten by a Hydra when he was, in his dalliances and managed to grow multiple penises.
Oh my.
It's a very powerful limerick and gives everyone massive healing.
I mean that's a bonus action, but
Yep, you still have your standard and your move. What did you walk in on? You walked in on our lovely satyr friend singing a song and using healing word to heal everyone, while a Hydra has snuck up and begun to attack our brand new PC. This is how I welcome new players to my table.
Yay!
Welcome to the table. Roll initiative.
I guess I will try and take a quick snapshot with a hand crossbow.
Very well. You flick your hand crossbow out and you fly loose the crossbow bolt, which hits the Hydra. Now, despite it being a, obviously, multi-headed Hydra token, this Hydra only has one head. So just FYI. Alright. So it does look basically like a serpent. Alright, 6 points of damage. Very, very nice.
Oh, Lord.
Alright. So, with that, we then go to Vagag. Vagag, unfortunately, you are caught off guard. Ipselius, I need you to make me a perception check.
So first of all, he just fired a crossbow bolt at me, right?
Well, past you.
Yeah, but I have no, at this point, I don't know that there's a Hydra.
Correct.
Behind me. I think I'm
that's
just
what the
the
perception
Hydra.
check's in aid of.
Okay, there's
I did call out that it does seem like you need help.
From me.
No,
Well-
we'll send you to breathe.
all right, so perception. We're gonna do a little perception, and just on the board.
Oh,
There we go.
You do not hear the Hydra beneath the rain that is belting down around you. As far as you're concerned, Demiro has suddenly fired at you.
Yeah, I got this. So I look at everyone. I see Demiro has just fired a bolt at me. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, no. And I put my wings down and I'm like, it's not real. It's fake. It's a disguise.
Fake. It's real.
And I just,
You might want
just look
to
I'm
turn around.
so sorry that I scared you that much. It's just a way to disguise myself. Why do you keep looking behind me? And I will very slowly turn around.
All right.
Like, oh god.
As you turn, you suddenly hear. As this large serpentine creature with piercing eyes stares directly at you. It is now the Hydra's turn.
Oh no.
The Hydra.
What kind of action is it to actually draw my weapon?
You can
this
do it as
campaign?
part of a move action.
Okay. I feel like I probably would not have time.
No, not just yet. Not just yet. But you do pay careful mind of the Hydra, so you are not at a disadvantage as you turn and the Hydra basically. And by the way, to answer the question of how you can tell a Hydra is a Hydra, is technically they can't. I'm informing this for my lovely audience. As far as my players are concerned, this is a very weird bipedal snake, is what this actually is. That's basically the best way to describe it. It's a bipedal snake.
Can I do, because of my background? Can I have dealt with many weird things. Can I do some sort of check to
Knowledge
see if
religion.
it is a bipedal snake or hydra? Religion. All right. Let's see now. Ooh, that's not bad at all.
All right. With a 20, you know that the Hezro named Roknak, a creature from the bowels of hell, has a very, very strong penchant for tracking and hunting creatures using hydras. I will leave
Good
that,
times.
I will leave that as is. You can interpret of that of what you will, but that is what you gain from the brief knowledge of hydras in general. Apart from that, you would know the usual basics: chopping off their head, bad idea, that kind of thing.
Kind of.
As the hydra,
thank you.
As the hydra slithers around to you, its body slides in the mud and encircles around you before rising out of the mud and trying to clasp you by your shoulder, making a downward strike with all of its weight. Oh, damn.
Oh, no.
Oh,
that seems very rude.
All right. You take 6 points of damage, and as you are bitten, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Well, this just doesn't seem great. This doesn't seem great at all.
Welcome to the game.
Constitution save. Here we go. All right, not bad.
Where did that go?
Oh, sorry. I just popped it onto the map. Should I?
You need to drop it onto the chat box. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
I got a 17 for that one. Let's see what I get for this one. A 7.
That checks out. That checks out. All right. So, as it bites you, there is a searing pain that comes across your shoulder. As this happens, you feel your arm begin to stiffen. As this happens, all ranged attacks you make for the next hour will be at disadvantage.
Do I by any chance know anything about command words for hydras?
Ooh.
Hunting hydras?
I would say yes, but at the same time, you would also know that you would need to make a very exceptionally high deception check or bluff check to convince it that you are not its master or keeper.
Okay. All right.
What is your deception, if you don't mind me asking?
How rude! Oh my gosh! I never reveal that. It's a 0.
It's a 0. Okay, so you do
it's
not
a
have
0.
So yes, you do not have an opportunity to. Actually, no, that's a lie. You do have a hero point, meaning you can add 8 to any roll that you make.
I don't think I actually want to use it for this.
Very well.
I think I want to hold on to that hero point.
Okay, very well, very well. All right, in which case, the Hydra is now done. Esther, you were the other who caught wind of the creature.
So does it look like everyone's aware of it now? Or will I have?
It's still the surprise round, so everyone. So basically, Argento and Vigog's action is right. That's basically it. Oracle 44 redeeming another group inspiration, guys. That means every one of you now has 2 group inspirations to use. Again, be sure to use them because they only last for 1 game. Hero points carry
quick
on.
question.
Yep.
Since I'm new, does group inspiration mean that one of us gets to use that inspiration, or each of us gets an inspiration?
Each of you gets an inspiration.
Ooh! Okay.
Yeah. So each of you currently have 2 in the bank. But again, they don't carry over to the next day, so definitely use them. All right, Esther, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna shoot at Ipsilus. There we go.
Ipsilus is now very aware of the serpent that has now ripped a chunk out of his shoulder. I mean,
yeah,
I had
it's rude.
Yeah.
Also,
But it's
for those
okay,
of
it's
you,
just an illusion.
Also, for those of you in the audience who like a little bit of trivia, in my world, I've always envisioned that hydras actually have teeth in a similar configuration to the anaconda. An anaconda actually has a number of teeth that are actually hooked backwards. So once they bite into you, it actually is rather difficult for them to let go. In the same way, the hydra's bite, it doesn't really have a grab attack per se, but it does rip and tear, which is what the constitution check is all about. It is literally tearing tendons and nerves and muscle and stuff, which is fun and great and graphic.
Gross.
You're welcome. Science.
Science, yeah. Or, yeah, science.
Alright, so Esther, you're moving over in that direction? Very well. Alright, Argento, unfortunately, again, you are unable to react in this surprise round, but we now go into the first round of initiative. So, Demiro, it is your turn.
Not left. Not much left.
Oh, by the way, before I forget, are you carrying the box in your hand? Or, like, under your arm, or, like, on your back?
Yeah, I mean, it would just be under my arm.
Okay, very well. So tucked under one arm, and you got the crossbow in the other. Okay, cool. Carry on.
It's only a hand crossbow. So.
Yeah.
Is Ipsilus wearing any armor of any sorts or not?
Excellent question. Ipsilus?
I am, in fact, wearing scale mail. Yes.
Ooh.
Scale mail. Okay, so that would be metal on leather.
Yes. There's and I'm so sorry. Did I have a chance for a bonus action by any chance?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Then I would like to if I can. I know it's past my turn. Is it okay if I retcon a little bit?
I'm willing to hear it.
I would like to cast Etherealness as a bonus action.
I'm going to say no, for that is a great lesson to learn about forgetting etherealness. Actually, you know what? Fun fact. That is actually how I prefer to play it. If there are really cool things that people like to do, I love hearing about it and then saying no. Not because I'm mean.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm mean. But also because it's great to know that can go into the regular rotation. And I mean, if it always can happen afterwards, then it never really happens. But if you always play it this way, then people remember. So there you go. GM tips. Now you know.
Is the Hydra still grabbing Ipsilus, or it's just taking a bite and that's it?
So far, it's just taken. It's ripped into him. So it's almost like like he shaved a bit off.
Yeah, but he's not in contact anymore.
Correct. He is not in contact anymore.
Okay. I will take a shot with the crossbow. Pachoo.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, nice!
Fuck! As you fire your crossbow, it flies through the air, and it actually clips it right in the jaw. It knocks its head backwards as it reels back. It definitely pushes a little bit away, and now has a new target. It looks directly
and then
at Demiro.
I will drop the crossbow and draw my rapier as I move in.
Very nice. All right. Vagag.
All right. So after being startled when I push my hands up, I'm going to channel the magics into my hand and shoot an arcane beam of Witch Bolt. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to shoot it at 4th level. Actually, do I have a 4th level slot open? I do. So 4th level slot, and I'm going to use one of my group inspirations. Or can I use multiple group inspirations? Or just one at a time?
One at a time, I'm afraid.
Okay, so just the +8. Okay.
Oh,
It's
no,
like,
no,
yeah,
sorry. Hold on. The group inspiration's not the +8. Hero points are the +8.
Oh, okay.
Group
gotcha.
inspirations are just rerolls or advantage.
Okay, well then I'll do advantage on that. 'cause-
Esther?
Curious. We wouldn't know, but would this be a beast?
Is this a beast? No, it is a monstrosity.
I'm sorry, we got you.
Alright, so I don't know how to say it that I cast at 4th level, but I know what it does at 4th level. Basically it adds a d12 per level used if I hit with it. So I have advantage to use one of mine. Going to 4th level, cast it. There we go. And here we go. It's within 30 feet, so I can hit it from there.
Alright, let's
Yeah.
get it done.
Yeah, 21!
Very nice. As you create the small orb of electricity in the palm of your hands, you launch out a series of lightning blasts that then begin to circle around the Hydra. Deal your damage. Woof!
Yeah.
30 points of damage as it blasts.
And then it's got the concentration where as long as
God.
I'm holding on to it, I can do 40 10 damage or 40 12 damage a turn.
Good God.
Alright. Ipselius.
Keep it in place.
So I have been shot at, bitten at, and now there's suddenly lightning flying around me.
Welcome
Oh,
So
wait.
I'm-
Hold up.
I'm a little flustered.
I would like a dexterity save from
You're
Demiro
a monster.
and Ipselius.
Terrible person.
I am a
That's what
terrible
you are.
Hey!
it's from
Yeah.
Okay, I would love to describe how
Sure.
I
All right.
since it's now my turn.
It is your turn. It is your turn. So, as the witch bolt strikes the Hydra, you watch as its body, which is mostly submerged in this muddy water, suddenly the floor just illuminates pink with these cracks and arcs of lightning. Ipselius, you're more than welcome to describe how you evade.
So as all of this is happening around me, you hear Ipselius just muttering to himself in some foreign language. Do any of you speak Infernal?
I think Esther does.
What you hear him saying is just, God damn Hydra! I can't believe
yeah, I
this.
speak
I
Infernal.
hate things
Oh,
so much. I hate him so much. And then there's a crossbow. It's like, who the hell is shooting at me? Why is that? I've had it. I've had it. Oh my gosh! And you just see him just look around at everyone, snap his fingers. He casts and he disappears from your sight. He is then going to head over here, and you see him as he casts Etherealness, and you see him, and I would love to use. You see him trying to run up the back of the Hydra, all the way up its neck, and then do a huge flip in the air in order to gain some momentum and bring his giant club down on the back of the Hydra.
All right.
Tell me what I need to roll.
All right. Let's start with this. Let's start with this. I'm going to start with a
At
stealth
least a
roll.
30.
Now, while the creature can't see you, the stealth roll will give you an advantage on the further checks that you may make as we continue. So as you make your way
Okay.
around the main body of the Hydra, only the footsteps are seen in the ground.
Well, sorry, it's etherealness, so actually no footsteps are seen in the ground. I'm on the ethereal plane.
Very
It's
well.
like a ghost.
Very well. A ghostly wisp moves. So stealth check with advantage.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Here's. Oh, it didn't roll. Sorry, did it?
That's right.
Okay.
Down the bottom,
And-
you can actually see there's actually an advantage disadvantage button you can push if you would like, but that's fine.
Oh.
We can do math. All right, 19. All right, as you make your way forward, you are successful. So you move around its back in your ethereal form. Now I need an athletics check because you made your stealth check. It is at advantage.
Okay. All right. Athletics. All right. We can do. All right. What is? Sorry. Here we go. All right. There's 1, and there is 2. They're both
Ooh.
terrible. Can I do? I'd like to use. Can I use an inspiration?
You may. That is one of your 2 group inspirations spent. Please make
All
the roll
right.
again. It is still at advantage.
Oh, at advantage, so I can
You can
try it
you get
twice.
you get the second one because it's just a complete
wow.
reroll.
Okay.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh
All right.
my god.
So as you try to climb up its back, its incredibly slippery surface makes it very difficult for you to scale. But eventually you find your footing and climb upon the fringes of the back. And as you leap into the air, you may now make an attack. Your attack will be at advantage as well.
I love it. Okay, and
So on the bottom left, next to the little box you can see underneath the chat box, there's ADV for advantage. So click on that before you drag your.
oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Fabulous. Thank you so much. I was looking on the other side of the screen because I don't know the difference between right and left. So there it is. And we've got, all right, over to now, not abilities. Where is that? Main. Sorry, where is my attack?
On your
Actions.
main. Yep. Actions. That's it.
All right, cool. And we are going to. All right, let's
Ooh.
see.
Dropping the natural 1, the 18 will
Thank
hit.
God.
As
yay! So
this huge club comes crashing down right in the center of the back of the Hydra. Roll your damage.
So what you guys see is he just disappears, then suddenly, like, you see something happening with the Hydra, and at the height of the jump, you just see brilliant wings appear and him flip, and just
There
a
is
giant
wings
club
and
come
club.
down on him. So, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and it's crap damage.
Yeah, it was very cool though. You know what? I'm gonna give you an extra D6 damage on that one. I think
Ooh.
you can have an extra D6 on
All right.
that.
Let's,
That was very cool.
Let's throw a D and some more crap damage. All right.
All right, there you go. All right, done. All right, the Hydra, bloodied and injured, looks at Demiro, who did quite a bit, but then he looks at Vagog, who did
Looks
even
very
more.
tasty.
Oh no.
Yeah, Vagog did quite a lot of damage, didn't he?
Rude.
So, attack of opportunity from Demiro and Ipselius.
Ooh. Okay. All right. I'll
As
take
it-
Am I still on its back or? Am I...
I'm gonna say because you're not grappling it, and it is a serpent, it is just gonna slide out from under you.
Okay. All right.
All right, the rapier stabs its side.
Yeah.
You won't be able to use your longbow in melee without provoking.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that? Oh,
use
sorry.
your-
I grabbed the wrong
No,
thing.
it's fine.
My bad.
Oh, all right. As your great club, wham, just lands this massive freaking attack. Deal your damage.
The Hydra like throws him and then he comes
And
out.
I am so pissed off that I didn't kill the Hydra in one shot.
Yeah.
You
take another swing.
Bastard. That one's better.
Wow.
17 damage. Wow.
You know who your master is.
All right. Also, FYI, you can roll the damage directly on the token if you would like,
Yeah.
Fabulous.
and it will automatically calculate the damage.
I love it.
All right. It turns away from Vagog.
Yeah.
That was too much.
Come here.
Did you take your attack?
Oh no!
Yes.
All right. As the Hydra goes,
Demiro did.
as the Hydra goes and tries to chomp on Ipselius, it sort of leans down and tries to bite him, but fails to do so. Now, Argento, how you doing? Now, you notice something in the mud near you. The twisting, winding tip of the tail of the Hydra. It seems to be distracted and hasn't paid attention to it, leaving it vulnerable to an attack of opportunity from our dear Argento.
Yes.
Worm.
Argento doesn't go for the back. He'll go for the head.
Yes. See what
Just
we can
rolls
do.
it in, just starts punching it to death.
Just falls
As
into
one does.
25.
Oh yeah, with a 25, with your hand axe, you cut off the tail.
1 damage.
All
Yes.
Well done. All right. As the tail
I did my
lands,
part.
it starts wiggling around on the ground, and then you watch as the rear end of the tail grows
Ew.
2 lengths of whipping tail.
No.
Oh no.
All right, Esther. Oh wait, no, I haven't.
Argento's got another attack.
No, it's my turn. I want to bite him.
Oh.
I just didn't bite him for some reason.
Again.
Oh no, I did.
Again.
He got a natural 1. Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah.
Esther, it is now your turn.
Let's see. Okay. I'm so okay. Sorry, I was checking the map. May I use one of my group inspirations so that if I do guiding bolt, I have advantage when I do guiding bolt, or is it just for melee attack? And weapon attack?
No, you'd have advantage.
Okay. Then I would like to use one of my group inspirations.
Mm-hmm.
Hit this thing with a guiding bolt.
All right, you begin to get ready your guiding bolts, and as your energies begin to grow and convalesce inside your hands, you fire a bolt of energy, which launches towards the Hydra.
Yeah.
25 will hit as your guiding bolt finds purchase in the back of this large lumbering reptile. 8 points of damage. Very nice. Very nice indeed. This thing is not doing great.
The next attack will have advantage.
Alright, which brings us to Argento.
Yes. All right. So I will make my way to it. Get up close and personal.
Alright.
We'll use my Vow of Enmity bonus action, which gives me advantage on all attacks. And then I will unleash 2 hand axe attacks as my double attack.
So that my gifts are wasted.
Let's see what we can do. Hopefully good things.
Ooh,
Yes.
yay!
Yeah.
Critical hit!
It's Ipsilus gives you all the crits.
That's 12.
Alright, 12 points of damage, and your second attack. That'll hit!
Ooh.
BAM! And with that, the creature is felled. Argento, can you
Oh,
describe the killing blow?
Yes, so I just run up to it, do my thing, do my little vow, and then I basically go for what would be considered like just below the head, like the neck region, if there is a neck on a snake. Basically, I chop once and then I chop back through the other side, and when I do, it just goes clean through its head. or its body.
Nice. All right. The creature lies motionless, dead on arrival, as our group has managed to defeat the infamous Hydra. Where it came from,
Yay!
they have no idea. But yeah, that's what happened. All right.
Nice.
Yes, it happened. You know, we're in Barovia. It's just gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at everyone and just be like, listen, I swear to God that wasn't my fault. Normally, it just looks like a Hydra, and it scares people. Doesn't
Scared
turn
me.
into a Hydra.
Yes.
Well, I hope you're happy because I'm now wearing brown pants. So
oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry. It's,
Yeah.
well,
let's not
Well,
play the
that
blame
was-
game. Let's all agree that the Hydra was everyone's fault.
So,
Esther.
sorry. Esther walks up to Ipsilus and said, "Baby, you really don't like Hydras." Because she speaks in French, she was just hearing everything you said.
I really don't. I used to know many. I used to be around them sometimes, and
This
they're
wouldn't be
not
why you.
pleasant.
This wouldn't be why you need help, is it?
This particular Hydra, no.
You mean there's more?
There's always more Hydras. um, there's, no, I'm in fact, looking for my sister, and as he says that, can I do a check to see if there's anything sort of valuable that I could sort of take out of the Hydra, like its teeth or eyes or heart?
Oh
or
yeah,
anything
sure.
like that?
Well, first of all, everything on a Hydra is valuable. Secondly, as you look at the Hydra, it starts to move yet again, wriggling and sort of thrashing about. As
Oh
the
dear.
tail lashes in your direction. Ipselis, what's your reaction?
My reaction is to. Can I use a? Oh, I can only have a reaction, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, damn it! I was gonna do a bonus action, but no, it's rude. I will. Since it's moving, can I by any chance take an opportunity attack to like slam it into the ground?
Yeah, sure,
Squish it.
absolutely. So as you
Sorry.
do so, you smash it into the ground, and that is when you realize these are just the involuntary jerks of the dead corpse.
They do that sometimes. It's fine. You just see him take his
Like
great
good
club
sex.
and just sort of
Except
like
for the plot twist.
just stamp it.
All right,
onto the thing.
I want to ask.
Comes back to
I
life.
want to ask in chat how many people actually thought it was going to regenerate and get up.
I think that's
All
why
of
we got
them.
the plot twist given to us.
Yeah, there is Lord Garthan, you bloody legend. Sorry, got spooked there. Ah! No, it's always fun. All right, so Lord Garthan, you get to choose between switch sides and rock and a hard place. Those are your two plot twist cards. Let me know which one you would like, and we'll put that down for you. Thank you for donating those channel points. All right, almost got you. All right, so Esther.
Okay, I have a question about the bite mark on Ipsilus. Would it? I just don't know how this works mechanically. Would it be where if I do a medicine check, I can help with it, or would it just like straight outwards? You can't do anything.
You're pretty aware that the bite mark itself has bacteria in its fangs that function as a paralytic. You could make a medicine check, and it would remove the condition.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll go ahead and use the other inspiration, I believe.
All right, very well.
If that's all right, is that okay?
Yeah, of course. Make it so.
Let me see where's my list. There it is.
Damn it, Trebek.
I'll take the risk.
I'll take anal bomb covers for 11, please. That is an album cover.
Hold it out on the pen is mightier.
The pen is mightier. Yes. I mean, I've had a brain fart as to the sound set I was supposed to be looking for. All right, you've used a medicine check.
As you approach, like I just like sort of like jerk back a little bit and then sort of soften and allow you to sort of do your thing.
Yes, but I was just gonna help with your arm if you're all right with that.
Oh no, that's wonderful. Thank you, dear.
All right.
It's okay. He was just being a jerk.
But bum.
Okay.
I get it. You're being a bit jumpy when someone's like, "Let me heal you."
So with the medicine check, Ipselis, your arm starts to feel okay. You begin to resume being able to have motion in it. Demiro, you've still got the box that you have yet to have opened. Vagag and Argento, you're kind of still in shock that there was a giant bloody lizard.
I just fell on my knees because
Yeah.
I'm like, I've used so much energy today.
Argento, you have a cool Hydra tail, if you want to keep it.
Yes,
Still whipping around.
Yeah.
definitely would like to keep it.
Does it keep splitting if he cuts it?
No, it's dead.
It's
But,
a morning star.
You know what? I will actually give you the ability to transform it into a unique weapon with the proper casting check and arcane check. I will give you a custom item, and I want you to write this down because I will absolutely forget it next time I bring it up, or anyone brings it up, and that is the Hydra's Whip. The Hydra's Whip is a very special lash that multiplies its damage based on how many times you strike with it. It begins with 1 damage, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, all the way up to 15. And it will just do 15 damage flat on every hit, plus your
Oh
strength.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
If
If
you
it
hit
is
15 times.
You have to hit 15
times.
times. So you hit once, it'll do 1 plus strength, then 2 plus strength, then 3 plus strength, then 4 plus strength. But it doesn't have to be the same target. So pretty much it'll reset at the end of every encounter. So once you pretty much kill something with 15, you can then move to the next thing, etc. But yes, that is the effect of it. It was
Question: is that per turn or per hit?
per hit.
That would be amazing, actually, Argento, because you hit twice each turn.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay. I know, dude. I love just FYI. I love Monster Hunter 2, and I love like the concept of like harvesting monsters. That's just I've always loved it. All right.
That's awesome.
So, cool. The scene is yours. The rain is still pouring down. All of you are now wet. I will make you make con saves against having a cold. Don't you think I won't?
I run inside.
Yes.
Very well. You rush inside and get out of the rain.
Yeah, I'll follow.
follow.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. You begin-
I do. Wait, sorry. No, I'm still searching the Hydra. Never mind. I want.
All
I will-
Okay.
I don't have a lot of money.
All right. Checking the Hydra, you find several teeth, which are quite valuable, as well as several poison sacs. If you would like to, you may make a survival check to try and remove the poison sacs safely, so that you can gain some doses of Hydra venom. In addition, the claws are also worth quite a little bit. But of course, Argento has claimed the tail.
Sure. So I'll grab all the teeth and the claws, and then I'm gonna aim for these venom sacs. And should I do an inspiration? I feel like
You've got one more.
and I have to use it by the end.
Yeah, you
So,
have to use it by the end, and that's another 20 minutes or so.
All right, so I will try.
Oof.
Nope, that didn't work. I'll use
a
my
16.
hero point.
Using your
I
hero
will
point?
actually use my hero point.
All right. The hero point has been consumed. Now, here's the thing. With the hero point, I would be happy for you to add +8 to your previous survival check to give you a total of 24.
All right, fabulous.
Yeah, because hero points are monetary donations, so they are way more powerful than inspiration. Very well, in which case, with the 24, and that comes courtesy of Tasriel, so thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
He's
You
gone.
remove 2 venom sacs, giving you 4 doses of Hydra venom. Now, every time one strikes with a Hydra Venom poisoned weapon, it will immediately halve their physical statistics if they fail a Constitution saving throw
Oh my
of
God!
14. On a second dose, that person, creature, as long as it is living, will now be dead.
Oh my God! What?
Yep. For those of you who would like a little bit of, for those of you who would like to know a little bit of lore and mythology, the Hydra was actually a highly toxic creature from Greek mythology, and Hercules himself was only able to kill the Nemean lion by dosing an arrow with the venom gained from a Hydra, which had enough venom to, in a single shot, fell a giant lion. My Hydras tend to have this similar poison, but in a two-part effect because I don't want to insta-kill my players. So the first part,
Two-part insta-kill.
yeah. So two-part insta-kill. First part will halve all your physical stats. Second part will wipe you out. And of course, for those of you who are freaking, what's the word for them? Snake people.
Yuan-Ti?
Nope.
Yeah.
No. People who study snakes. They're like
Oh, herpetologists.
herpetologists. Thank you. As any good herpetologist will tell you, baby versions of snakes that are venomous often have a higher potency because they do not know how to control the amount of venom that they have. So that is why you ended up with 4 doses instead of 2 that you would normally get from harvesting a creature like this.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that was a
baby.
legit use of a hero point.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
I do quite feel like I loved how kind of like both said the same things at the same time. Just like, you want tea? Herpetologist.
Same thing.
Great minds. Great minds.
Got this. We got this.
Oh, maybe he did choke the lion. What did he shoot? I feel like he shot something with the venom. I will look it up later, Garthon, but I will let you know. I'll let you know, just you, because you are awesome. All right, now, the scene is yours. You have spent the better part of, let's say, 20 minutes harvesting the sundry items, like the teeth and the claws, and you're taking the better part of half an hour to get through the venom sacs, as it is a very precision thing that you are trying to do.
Okay. Well, I'm just out there. I don't know if anybody's with me doing that.
I'm
Nope.
still there. No. Okay.
Me and Demiro ran in. I think.
I ran in. I'm inside actually going through all the barrels in the main area where we killed the druids. And the...
All right, going through the barrels, you find copious amounts of incredibly poisonous wine.
Yes, and I'm just smashing the hell out of all of them.
Yeah.
So there's wine going everywhere.
Okay. Ipselius, while you're outside, you're trying to concentrate, but you hear the sounds of just barrels being decimated by Argento Barrel Smasher.
Damn it.
Who does that?
All right.
Just smashing the hell out of them. Trying to if I can find
Yep.
this Taroka card, whatever the hell it is. I gotta find the Wizard of Wines. It's gotta be here. I keep saying it's here somewhere.
As you're just trying to smash everything until you find the hidden thing.
I don't want to interrupt your fun, Argento, but remember that it might be out at the field
Yes.
gravesite. It could also be in this box.
He holds up a very rare and ancient-looking box with ancient carvings upon it. There are several sigils and a mistletoe that seems to be a mistletoe sprig that seems to be tied almost like a lock against the actual latches of this particular box.
Where did you get that, Demiro?
Yes.
That's not important.
Was it in sand by any chance?
I mean, it was buried.
Oh.
Buried?
Don't worry about that.
Argento's just like, I approve of this. It's
Yes. While I stand there inquisitively, I just smash one more barrel for the hell of it.
Bam!
It's just like,
That'll teach you, inanimate object.
Yes.
Well, I'll use my last second level slot and cast knock on the box.
All right. The sprig burns away, sizzling as you cast the spell, unlatching it from the from the clasp.
Would you like to do the honors? I mean, you could smash it if you want.
Mm.
It's kind of barrel-like.
No. You found it. It's all you, buddy. You go for it.
Okay.
Hope there's no
We'll open it
mogwais
up.
in there. Don't really like those things.
All right. As you open up the box, inside you see what looks to be a strange and bizarre amulet. One that appears to be kind of a symbol of the sun with a ruby set into its center piece. Please check for me if you can. But Demiro, you should have that added to your character sheet now.
Nice.
I think. Maybe. Can you check for me?
It'll probably say like amulet of mystery or something, or just rusty amulet or something like that.
Or holy symbol?
Not on my character sheet, but it did open up. I can drag it in, I think.
Is there a holy
What
symbol?
I mean, it opened, but not on my character sheet. Now it's popped up. Yep.
Okay, cool. Yep, sweet. All right. You find this very interesting and rare object, which I will now put there. Now, in addition to that, as you open the box begins to shake and shudder. As it does so, you instinctively drop the box. Unless you really want to fight against it.
No, I'll let it do its thing.
All right.
Close the box. No.
The box begins to glow and illuminate. Ipselius, from outside, you see the glowing embers from the magic that swirls around. As it does so, it shudders and shakes once again. And as this happens...
Explodes.
Yes, no. All of a sudden, there is a crack. An explosion.
It did explode. You lie.
And suddenly, without warning, ah! almost as if a crumpled piece of paper suddenly became uncrumpled. A halfling unfolds from within the box. And goes, oh, boy, thunder. Just give me a minute. I just need it quick. He twists his back and you hear this. That's the stuff. Oh, my. Yeah. Oh, boy, Lathander's left chicken nugget. Okay. I'm all right.
Oh, you are the strangest looking genie I've ever seen.
What now? A genie? I ain't no genie. Where the blimmin' hell am I?
You're in a winery.
Wizard of Winery.
Wizards of what? A little winery. I'll take a Merlot if you've got one.
We're all out, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I suppose it'll have to. Well, all right, I guess. Hey, what he says, looking you up and down. I wouldn't suppose that you're like the adventuring sort, are you? I can kind of tell by your armor and your weapons and the overarching wounds that seem to cover your body in quite grievous bodily fashion.
As the dog's still bleeding out.
Well, yes, we probably would quite consider ourselves the adventuring type.
Brilliant! Well, fancy that, because you see, I'm actually a bit of a connoisseur of all things adventurer. You see, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Badham. I'm a trader of sorts. I tend to dabble in odds, ends, and wares here and there. And what might I call you, my fine phonic friend?
Do you usually travel around by box?
Well, you see, that's a whole nother story. But I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name there.
I'm Demiro Soundhoof.
Demiro Soundhoof of the Louisiana Soundhoofs, I imagine.
No, the other clan, a bit further south.
Yes. The other clan. Oh, fair enough. And he looks around. Is anyone standing near Demiro as he's opened the box? Just Argento?
Well, I'm in the corner, but yeah, I'm there.
Vagog as well. Yep.
Yep.
Esther.
Are you
Yeah.
still getting the venom from the Hydra Iblis?
That is up to the DM. I do
You
not
are-
know how much
you-
time has passed.
You are in the process of concluding it. We'll say that about half an hour has passed by the time Argento has made some decent headway with the barrels and stuff. So you're about a couple of minutes out, you know.
All right, then I'll sort of perk my ear up, but I keep concentrating really hard because I'm at the very delicate point of trying to get it out.
I'm just staying there so he doesn't accidentally mess something up and get venom on himself. So
Yeah, fair enough. You've dealt with plenty of people who are who've poisoned themselves. All right. He looks and he says, "Wow, it looks like there's quite a lot of you big fellas. Look at you. You're tall. Let me guess. Silver Dragonborn. Am I right?
Very good.
Ah, see, I've got a penchant for these things, and a Goliath no less. Oh, big and burly man you are. Looks mighty strong.
How tall is the ceiling? I forgot. Like, how big is this room?
It's about maybe like 11. Yeah,
Okay.
about, yeah.
I was gonna say if I like crouch in like like a 7 foot tall building and I'm just the extra foot.
Yeah.
Like,
So he says, see, here's the thing. So I am a purveyor of all things trinkety, magical, and wondrous, of all sorts, you see. And I came to this here land from my own kingdom, and was seeking kind of baubles and little trinkets to kind of help me on me way. Sad to say, though, I kind of maybe bumped into a trinket that didn't want to be taken muchly. That lovely piece that you got right there, my satyr friend.
Oh.
He kind of looks at it and his eyes almost turn into rubies as he kind of stares at it.
Was it yours, was it?
No. It's not mine. But I was, of course, asked to, acquire such a rare find, of course. I'd be willing to, of course, trade you in kind for it. I've got plenty of things that I'm fairly sure that you'll definitely be able to make use of. Yes, definitely some useful trinkets here for you.
Well, that's quite amazing. It was just recently we were saying how convenient it would be if a trader happened by.
Oh, well, Bad Ham's Wondrous Emporium at your service, sir. And of course, we are sponsored by the wonderful and kind Ire Genasi. Kind of like a fire Genasi, but you just don't want to get on her bad side there. Yes, now she's donated quite a lot to making sure that the good old Wonder Emporium is well stocked with nothing but the finest of artifacts for you and your lovely traveling companions.
Oh.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to welcome Badham to the campaign, courtesy of Ire Genasi for her $50 donation last week, which is now featured in this. So yes, thank you so much for that donation last week. I am sorry that it came in so late. We did try to get your magic item in, but everyone was more interested in having the Grim Reaper kill Vagog, so that happened. That happened instead. Free encounter for you as well, but there you go. All right.
Which is when we were discussing, why couldn't we just have a wandering merchant just come by? And...
Well, exactly. Which is why, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce our next plot twist having been played. Save the day. You have managed to save the trapped and locked up halfling named Badham from certain captivity, and he is now incredibly grateful for your services. He is now considered to be very friendly towards this wonderful group of people.
Yay!
That's amazing.
As you would have popped out, I'm kind of like looking around the room, seeing if there's anything else that can surprise us, because we've had a lot of surprises today. I'm just kind of jumpy now, like
You see,
Trolls outside the window.
as Vagog looks around, he sees a small berry on the floor.
No! I just squash it and step on it.
It's an exploding berry.
Oh no!
No, I'm joking. Okay. Now, as previously mentioned, all right, I've got a number of wonderful trinkets. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to do a little bit of housekeeping here. This is, of course, a trading moment, and I hate shopping episodes because we run games for 2 hours, and we are coming to the end of our session for today. So, I'm going to invite my players to spend any gold that they may have accrued over the last few games, which is probably not very much because I suck at giving people gold. But they may spend...
You've got it.
Yeah, they may spend the gold as they wish. In addition, as a thanks to each and every player, and this includes, of course, the new member Epselius, everyone may acquire 1 + 1 item. This may be either armor or a weapon of their choice. You may add that to your sheet during the break. But for the purposes of this, I'm going to say that that'll happen a bit later, and we're going to continue the shopping encounter because there is some extra stuff that Badham has that isn't in any GM or DM guide. So, all right, now let me see what I have here. He opens up his large box, and as he flicks it open, pulls out a set of like sticks. He then plants them in the ground, and they just hang there without him needing to balance. And let's take us now to the trader music here. All right, here. All right, here we go.
You know, Argento, I don't suppose your fate was literal, was it? With the trader found in the Wizard of Wines?
Oh, no. So, as you can see here, as he plants these 2 sticks in the ground, and they hover in the air, he then grabs 2 more sticks and plants them in the ground as well. They seem to be leaning awkwardly. They shouldn't be balancing the way that they are. And then he pulls forth a large wooden box and places it. And that's the point you realize that these little wooden bits are actually the legs of a larger table. As he plants it there, he then flicks open the table and he says, all right, now listen here. There is a wide variety of amazing things that I've collected over many, many years, traveling not only this world, but countless worlds as well. Did you know that we exist in a multitude of connected worlds, all of which with their own history, much like Barovia and its ties to Strahd? There are other worlds as well, with gods that you've never heard of. Lathander, from a realm that was forgotten for many, all the way to the high priests of the Sarin rites in the desert towns of Katapesh. I have travelled far and I have travelled wide and collected these baubles and trinkets for you to examine. Behold, he flicks up what looks to be a set of chopsticks. These are the chopsticks of loose skin. I know, name's not great, but, I'm workshopping it here. He says, now, I don't suppose you have a dead thing.
We do, actually.
Excellent. Now, these were invented here by my good friend Ben. Now, Ben is a wonderful enchanter, and these particular chopsticks, they have a special ability. You could probably guess what it is. Could you bring me a piece of your dead whatever meat? Could be ham.
With that, yeah, I feel like that would be a great time for Ipsilus to come in, sort of putting things in his backpack and dragging, like, sort of a chunk of, like, maybe like an actual leg of the Hydra. And
you see this halfling look down at you and go, perfect, as he goes over to the jumps off the table and goes over to the Hydra's arm. He gets the chopsticks and runs it almost like a seam down the side of the leg, and with a quick flick of his wrist, almost like he's rolling up sushi, the skin is perfectly removed from the actual meat. And once he's rolled it up, he just pulls the chopsticks out and has a roll of very, very fine leather that has now been treated. So
I instantaneously looked at him and was like, how much you want for those?
Well, you see, I don't dabble in coin because obviously I travel so much. You get coin from here; it's not worth anything there. So I ask people for what value it has to them. For example, I think, sir, you have by far some of the most glorious wings that I have ever seen. These iridescences are unfathomable and unmatched by any across this or any other nation. I'll tell you what. You allow me to do a quick rubbing of some of that iridescence of the shell, and I'll give you the chopsticks.
And just without even a thought, he's like, "All right, surely."
Sticks for a quick rub, eh?
He grabs out a piece of parchment, and as he does so, the parchment begins to scream. And as it does so, he then places it very quickly on the back of Ipselus, and you hear this. It's very unsettling, but he then takes out a piece of chalk and starts rubbing your back with it. As this happens, he then peels it off, and the parchment has gone silent. And on the parchment now is a perfect rubbing of the coloration of the iridescent back beetle wings that you have on your back.
Oh.
And he goes, "Oh, this is absolutely stunning. I know people who would pay top dollar for something like this. And here you go. As promised, your chopsticks of skinning things."
Oh my God, I'm so
You
excited.
truly do seem to have some wondrous baubles from these forgotten realms that you speak of.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, not only just from the Forgotten Realms, I mean, other places as well. He begins to pull things out. I mean, I've got holy symbols, I've got, strange oddities, I've got this thing. He holds up what looks to be an orb that he has to hold with two iron gloves. They don't touch the gloves, but they hover in a magnetic field as he sort of holds it up, and he says, "Yeah, most of my stuff gets lost in this one," and he puts it back down in his crate. Anyone who wants to can make an Arcana check, but he, you can see that he pulls out a jar that says dehydrated water. He pulls out another series of like canopic jars. He pulls out some weapons and some swords. He says, I've got all kinds of things that might tickle your fancy if you have something in mind.
Ipsilus is just gonna head back outside and start skinning the Hydra.
Oh,
with
it
these
takes
new chopsticks.
it takes you a fraction of a second. Like I said, as soon as you draw that seam, it rolls up almost like
Oh my God!
It rolls up almost like the
Wow.
like you know the Swiss cake roll that you actually
Yeah.
it's like unrolling that. It just peels off and just forms this perfectly flat palette of Hydra hide leather.
Oh my
Well,
God!
I
I'm
have
gonna
been-
make a Hydra hide thing.
I have been composing along this journey my what you might call my masterpiece song. I don't suppose you have any tunes or songs or lyrics from strange places or maybe instruments.
Oh, well, I mean, strange instruments, yes, but I mean, I wouldn't swear by them. They're fine, and he grabs what looks to be some sort of how to describe it. It's a hurdy-gurdy, right? He grabs a hurdy-gurdy and he holds it out. It's not a rock concert, Vigard. Calm down, Granddad. I used to go to the pubs when I was a young lad. Hurdy-gurdies was the shit. I'm fucking Vigard.
I love the guy. Is me. I love hurdy-gurdies. They're just
Hurdy-gurdies are awesome. Hurdy-gurdies are awesome. Okay, here we go. All
For
right,
some reason,
so
I just pictured the guy just going hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy.
all right, so here we go. Now, Badham turns to you, and as he does so, I'd like Esther, and I think Vigag, and Argento. You guys have been very quiet, so you guys can make perception checks.
Okay. Whoa!
Very
Natural
nice.
20.
Natural 20. That's still not a crit, but
I
yeah.
can make perception
I
checks.
know.
Argento, unfortunately, do you want to use your inspiration? You've got 2 still.
Yeah, we'll use one.
Okay, cool. Very well. Re-roll it.
Natural 1. Let's go.
Hey, there you go. Okay, so you notice that Badham seems to have a symbol, a holy symbol, emblazoned around his neck. It's have you ever seen a bolo tie there's usually an emerald set into the bolo tie of some kind. Inside the emerald, inside of his bolo tie, is a symbol of 3 daggers pointing in different directions around what looks to be a chakram that is colored in a yellow and black striped motif. None of you have seen this symbol before, but it definitely brings of like a holy symbol. As he rummages through the pack, he goes to Demiro. He says, "Now, you said you wanted, you know, like what type of instrument do you play normally? Do you need strings, winds? I mean, what do you got? Sing? Do you dance? You can dance if you want to."
You can leave your past behind.
Friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, they're no friends of mine. Yeah.
Friend? Sage friend?
Yeah, I did reply.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes, all of that actually.
Oh, all of it. Oh, wow. I mean, if you had to pick something, I mean, I got quite a few parchments here to get through.
He's a one-man band.
Like, if you had to pick something to absolutely master, what would it be?
If I had to pick something, I would probably go with the lute.
The lute. Ah, classic, beautiful. All right. I've got a couple of things that might work here. Now, here is a masterpiece gathered from an ancient bard from a long and far distant land. It is called At the Heart of It All. It's a haunting melody. And he holds up basically a bit of sheet music, but instead of symbols over the usual sheet music, there appear to be arcane runes.
Can I read it?
Not without buying it. But what I will tell you, Tim, is that these are masterpieces. Upon learning them, whenever you sing them, you may do so at any point in time as a standard action. You can then generate basically a particular effect. The heart of it all is a haunting melody that drills into the bedrock of truth for anyone who listens. They must make a wisdom saving throw or be compelled to spill the truth. And I mean like just everything, the truth, for 5 full rounds.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Dr.
Yes.
Goes. Just in the Zoom chat. Something.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Glare. Yeah. Yep. No worries.
And what would you want for the music?
He turns and he says, "Well, I'd love that little bauble that you got there. That would be absolutely fantastic. And I think that's a fair trade. I mean, wearing that thing around your neck must be heavy. And of course, there's nothing lighter to carry than a tune."
And what about
the symbol?
The
Platinum amulet.
the platinum amulet that you got, the holy symbol.
And what about that thing around your neck?
You ask him about his amulet, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, I play my final card for today.
Ooh.
And I play Switching Sides. And that's where we're going to end. And that's where we're going to end today's session. Thank you so much
for ruining it as usual.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. Now, normally we do things like favorite moments and stuff like that, but I was really into the moment with the NPC. Now, guys, we will come back with another opportunity because ideally I want to give everyone something special. So everyone is going to get a chance to play around with this NPC and do some stuff. We'll get to find out what the switching sides thing is going to mean next week. But guys, as always, please go and check out these wonderful people because some of them actually do some amazing streams and the like. Immersion Diversion, of course, and Play Nerds Allies is just a wonderful stream, and they do some cool stuff there. Always a welcoming community, and you guys are always welcome here anytime, anywhere. Yeah. Next game that I've got on tomorrow morning, we're doing a rerun of our Through the Breach game where I'm just going to sit and chat, eat my breakfast, and just hang out with you guys. And then on Friday morning, we have Rise of the Ruby Phoenix, which is our Oriental-styled adventure, where we are introducing another new player to that table. And then Saturdays, we are back with Strange Aeons, and Sunday, Rise of the Rune Lords, where we have 2 more new players. All my new players, all the new people on all my shows. Yeah. It's amazing. I'm so excited. This week is just all hype. Absolutely. All right. So, while I am looking for someone to raid, does anyone have anything to leave our audience with?
I'm actually, thank you. First of all, I would just like to say thank you so much for letting me come and play with you guys. It's so much fun. I cannot wait to see how this goes.
Yeah, today was awesome.
This is gonna be glorious. And I am actually I'm actually about to go and DM my Wednesday campaign over on my channel as soon as I leave here. So
don't do it. We will raid you. No, it's
well, it's super hard to juggle. Okay, it's super hard to juggle. But guys, if you do want to go check them out, again, please go hang out with, just go follow them right now. Just go chase them, follow them, do what I do. Actually, no, they are there. Haha, I can raid you. There we go. So.
He just went.
There we go. All right, we're gonna go raid Play Nerd Allies, so we can go and watch. We can go and watch more of our wonderful Ipselius as he takes the role of the GM. So once again, guys, thank you so much for coming and joining us. Thank you so much for playing. We hope that you have a wonderful and amazing rest of your week. Until next time, as always, Esther, is there something you're waving? Are you waving, or are you saying you want to say something?
I was just going higher.
Oh, you're just going higher. Okay, cool. All right. Well, game hard or die trying. Good night, everyone.
Bye.